So what if I told you that the real secret to becoming a millionaire wasn't cooked up in some fancy Wall Street office, but was actually perfected by a janitor from Vermont? Yeah, we're about to break down a completely surprising path to wealth, and it's not what you think.
Let's just get right to it. Can a janitor really become a millionaire? I mean, for most of us, when we hear that word, we picture CEOs, doctors, tech gurus, right? High-paying jobs. But what if that whole idea is kind of wrong?
Take a look at this number, $8 million. And no, this wasn't a lottery win. This is the actual net worth of one man, a man who proved everything we think we know about building wealth completely, totally wrong.
And that man's name was Ronald Read. He spent his entire life working as a janitor and a gas station attendant. Get this, he was earning a salary that was well below the national average. His own friends and family had no clue he was wealthy, not until he passed away and left behind that nearly $8 million fortune. So the question is, how on earth did he do it? Well, this wasn't luck, it was a strategy, a simple blueprint really, with 4 core pillars that, honestly, anyone can learn from. So let's break down exactly how he did it. We got to start with the absolute bedrock of his entire strategy. This is pillar 1, the foundation of frugality. Now, when we hear the word frugality, it's so easy to think of being cheap, right? Or depriving yourself of everything. But that's not it at all. Real frugality is about intentional spending. It's this mindset where you understand that the $5 you save by packing your own lunch, well, it isn't just $5. It's $5 you can now put to work for you. It's making sure every single dollar has a mission, a purpose. And that's especially important at the very beginning, when it's the hardest. And check this out, because this illustrates the point perfectly. On the left, you've got the high earner, makes a ton of money, but their spending is so high that they only manage to save $20,000 a year. On the right, you've got the high saver, earns way, way less, but by being frugal, they also manage to put away the exact same amount. So who's actually building wealth faster? The answer? Neither. They're on the exact same path. This just proves that your savings rate, what you save compared to what you earn, is so much more powerful than just a big paycheck.
Okay, so being frugal gives you the money to save. But what do you do with those savings? You can't just hide them under the mattress. And that brings us to the second crucial pillar, the engine of investing.
You know, when we talk about investing aggressively, it can sound a little scary. It sounds like making these high-risk speculative bets. But that is not what we're talking about here. We mean being aggressive with your commitment. It means you are absolutely dedicated to investing as early as you possibly can, and as much as you can, month after month, year after year. That consistency, that is the real secret sauce.
And wow, this just shows you exactly why starting early is so critical. Let's say you invest just $3,000 a year. That's about 10% of an average janitor's salary. If you start when you're 18, look at that bar on the left. You could have over $1.3 million by the time you're 65. But wait until you're 25, and that number plummets to about $777,000. And if you wait until you're 35, well, you can see for yourself how dramatic that difference is.
Let's just put a hard number on that delay, $437,000. That is the unbelievable cost of waiting just 10 years, from age 25 to 35 to get started. Time is the one asset you can never, ever get back. And this leads us right into what is, I would argue, the most powerful force in this whole blueprint. Pillar number 3, the superpower of time. I love this quote because it just says it all. The best way to beat most investors is to just simply stay in the game longer than anyone else can. See, it's not about being a genius and picking the one perfect stock. It's about persistence. It's about letting your money just sit there and work for you over decades. And if you want the ultimate example of this, just look at Warren Buffett. He started investing when he was just 10 years old. But check out this timeline. By the time he was 60, his net worth was already an incredible $3 billion. And yet, 99% of his total wealth was generated after his 60th birthday. That is the absolutely explosive, mind-bending power of compounding when you give it an incredibly long time to work. Okay, so you're being frugal, you're investing consistently, and you're letting time do its thing. But how do you speed the whole process up? How do you kick it into a higher gear? Well, that's where our final pillar comes in. We call it the Accelerator of income. So research shows something really fascinating about how millionaires actually make their money. As you can see right here, a whopping 65% of them have 3 or more streams of income. It's not a coincidence, it is a clear pattern among the wealthy. So what do these streams actually look like? Well, it all starts with your main job, right? That's your earned income. But then you start layering things on top of that. You've got investment income from things like stock dividends. You could have rental income from property, or even side hustle income from a small business you run on the side. Every single stream you add creates another layer of financial security and just accelerates your progress.
And this brings us right back to our millionaire janitor, Ronald Reed. It turns out that when he got those dividend checks in the mail, he didn't go out and spend them. No way. He plowed the money back into more shares. He was using his investment income to create this amazing feedback loop, constantly reinvesting to supercharge his own returns. I mean, that's a masterclass in making your money make more money for you.
So let's just zoom out for a second and put all the pieces together. Let's look at the big picture. This isn't some crazy get-rich-quick scheme. It is a clear, step-by-step, methodical path.
So here it is, the Millionaire Janitor's Blueprint. Step 1, you got to master your money with frugality. Make sure every dollar has a job to do. Step 2, invest consistently and, just as important, as early as you possibly can. Step 3, let that unbelievable superpower of time and compounding work its magic. Ronald Reed did. He lived to be 92, giving his money decades to grow. And finally, step 4, if you want to speed things up, accelerate your progress by adding new income streams.
So here's the most important point of all. This blueprint is simple. I mean, you get it. But simple doesn't mean it's easy. It takes discipline. It takes patience. So looking at these 4 pillars, it really just leaves us with one important question. What's your first step?